Hey everyone, welcome back to the Apollo Community Cast. Hope you're having a productive and a positive day. Without further ado, let's jump right into the episode. The following work is entitled Leave Me Alone by the artist Dead Seagull. In the early morning of the 24th of February 2022, Russia began a full-scale invasion of their sovereign neighbor Ukraine. At 0300, the assault began in Donbass as Vladimir Putin warned the world that any attempt to interfere would cause consequences they have never before seen. Vladimir Putin's goal is quite clear. He states this invasion aims to protect the people who have been bullied and subjected to genocide by the Kyiv regime for 8 years. Despite failing to define what constitutes genocide, Putin goes on to state that Russia strives for the de-militarization and de-Nazification of Ukraine. One must ask themselves why the heavily inflated rhetoric of words like genocide and Nazi are being used to justify such a violent assault on the sovereign country. Perhaps the leader of Russia knows of the possibility that his words may create an emotional response which blinds his opponents from casting any blame on his actions. After all, shouldn't we fight Nazis? Our background is a Ukrainian flag of two horizontal bands of the yellow and blue, which represent the symbolic combination of the yellow fields and blue sky across the lands. We note this duality driving the stylized form of many other elements in the spatial composition. It's hard not to notice the red within this work. These may remind of drops of blood as they sit in scattered form across the canvas. It's almost as if our form is mangled by the chaos which confronts us all in the moment we simultaneously shared today. We see a variation of the traditional mask from Japanese culture with an open third eye. What do you think this symbolizes? We're currently witnessing the largest invasion since World War II. What's next? One may criticize this showcase as propaganda or the appropriation of the arts to serve political purposes. And if that be the case, then Apollo promises no apology. Overall, this historic and horrific digital illustration presents a lone portraiture whose third eye watches carefully as Russia invades Ukraine to the calamitous cries of over 40 million innocent civilians. Once again, this piece is entitled Leave Me Alone by the artist Dead Seagull. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day.